Robert Castleberry, Personal Creative Project Reflection. Now, to some people, this project might look really simple to them, of just what it looks like, but it actually was a strenuous process of creativity, as a lot took place in my mind, as it is a lesson plan. So to intertwine these first two questions, the journey was a bit difficult. It took me a long time to find out what I wanted to do, but I was actually at the bookstore this last Sunday looking for a book for my dad's birthday, and I found it, and then I just strolled into the children's section just to see what new books were there, and I found this one book called What Do You Do With an Idea? And then I looked at it at first, put it down when I walked around, but as I was walking around, things were just jumping into my mind of what could I do with this book to be creative for the kids. Things were bouncing back and forth of creative writing. So that's when I decided that my personal creative project would be creative writing, because there's a strong significance to me for creative writing, since I am a major proponent in bringing back creative writing into the classroom. So then time to focus on what I want the kids to do. The book talks about how this kid gets an idea, how some people don't like it, but then he fosters it because it's his idea, how he fosters it, how he makes it grow. And then at the end of the book, it's how that idea went out into the world and made it a better place. So I decided, why not have my kids think about their own idea and write about that? So be creative with your idea. It could be anything, no matter what. So I think this comes into being practical intelligence and creative intelligence, because I'm bringing in what I already know of lesson planning, and then being on creative side, I'm bringing in creative writing, and then also the art project part of it, which is making their own idea. So this is my own idea. It is actually an egg painted, and then glitterified. And I got that idea. It also was creative because I was in my basement just going through some stuff, and I found this box of just white Easter eggs that I bought many years ago, thinking that I could do something with them. And they've been sitting in my basement for a few years, and I was down there, I saw them, and it hit me. Why not have the kids make their idea on this? As the idea in the book looks like an egg. So I've done this before, writing lesson plans, I've done it before, but I tried something new because I've never written a lesson plan without a standard. There's no standard to this lesson plan. It's all based on their creative writing, their creativity in painting their egg or their idea. I feel like this is unique because I'm using literature and incorporating the arts into it. We do a lot of incorporating in the school system with literature, with science, with history, and math, with word problems. But you never really see teachers incorporate art into their lesson plans. That's more for the art teacher. But I'm bringing art into this lesson for the kids to express their creativity, get their creativity gears going to foster their skills, to work on their creative skills. So I feel like this brings in originality for me thinking about using these eggs for their ideas. Thinking that maybe other people might not have a whole store of these eggs, and then think of using them for the kids to paint their ideas onto them. And then I feel like it also brings in fluency and flexibility and they intertwine together, because I could still do creative writing, but I could do a creative narrative or a creative expository piece or a creativity opinion piece of why my idea should be how it is, why my idea is better than this. And the kids can then write back to each other creativity of, oh, your idea is good, what if my idea worked with yours? So once again, my project does not look like it's much, but it took a lot of creative thinking to get to where it is today, and I can't wait to use this lesson with my students during my student teaching this fall.